Hot take, not everyone should be a director, and that's not an insult, it's something I've learned actually trying to do it. Before anyone gets mad, this is not me telling someone who is actually grinding toward directing that they should quit. If directing is your dream and you're actively doing the work, this isn't about you. This is for everyone else who assumed directing is the goal without really knowing what the job really is. A film set has a lot of jobs. A director is just one of the jobs, and it's not automatically the best or most important for everyone. Liking movies doesn't automatically mean you like directing movies. A lot of people want to be the director because it looks like you're being the boss. Your name might be on the movie poster. You see James Cameron, Spielberg, Nolan, and you think that's what filmmaking really is. And if that's what sparked your interest in film, that's great. But inspiration isn't the same as a fit. I don't have decades of experience, and I'm not pretending that I do. But I've directed a few shorts, made a few music videos, and worked as a director's assistant on multiple short films. And that was enough for me to realize something really important. Directing is hard, it's stressful, and everything eventually lands on you. At all times, you have to know where you are in the story, what the emotional context is, and what the scene is trying to say. No matter the question, actor or crew, it always comes back to the director's vision. On bigger sets, the director isn't explaining everything to everyone, but the information always starts with the director. You come up with the vision, and then the lighting translates it to the lighting crew, the DP captures it with the camera, and departments execute based on your clarity. If your vision is unclear, everything downstream suffers. I've learned this the hard way. If a director can't explain their vision, the project is already in trouble. If you can't communicate your idea to the cast and crew, people who already care about this project, how are you going to communicate it to an audience who doesn't? Ultimately, this video is mainly for film students or people about to be film students, especially those paying a lot of money to study directing. If you never directed anything, you don't actually know if you like it, or if you really are good at it. You can develop skills, but communication, leadership, and pressure tolerance is what matters. I went to college for cinematography, and I don't regret it, so don't get me wrong, I'm very appreciative of my college degree, but through working on real projects, I've learned what I enjoy and what I don't. I've never worked on a larger set than about 15 people, but even at that size, I didn't enjoy being the director. The pressure hits in pre-production, production, and post-production. To be a good director, you have to show up in all three of these sections. I've also had other jobs in the production pipeline, and I've learned the hard way as well. If you have a bad director and they don't know how to explain their vision before, during, and after production, everyone is in confusion and they don't really know how to help each other. One person might be creating based on what they think is supposed to be happening. The editor at the very end is editing based on their thoughts because no one can actually land on a specific idea. That's what's hard, is that the director is the end all be all, because if everyone is just going off based on what they think the movie should look like, nobody is going to land on one specific idea. The director is the person that has the vision and needs to be able to explain that to every single other person. Before you invest years and money into a directing degree, try it first. Grab some friends, shoot something over a weekend, be the director for real. See how it feels when everyone is waiting on your decisions, and look and see how the final product looks at the end. There are so many incredible jobs on a film set. You might ultimately fall in love with something else, like cinematography, lighting, sound, editing, producing. Don't fall into the trap of needing to be the most important person on the set. Fall in love with the work and the art. Again, like I said before, this isn't meant to discourage people who are working really hard. It's more of a warning for people who don't actually know what directing involves. Learn the craft, learn to communicate clearly, and be honest with yourself about what role you actually are good at. Okay, so I know that was a lot of information. This was a different type of video. My goal for this is to reach the audience of the person that is listening to this video and they have never actually tried being a director, but all they're doing is telling their friends, oh, I'm gonna be a director one day. Do you really know what being a director really is? I've had many acquaintances like this in the past, but I feel like the moment they are handed the role as being director, they crack. They don't know how to explain their ideas. Even the most experienced people that I've seen who make really good videos on their own, they know how to create a really strong video by themselves, but they can't explain it to other people. Thus, the whole project suffers. You really need someone that is clear and strong strong with their thought and their vision. Because if you have someone that's shaky and doesn't really know what's happening, the whole video is going to suffer. With all of that being said, do you guys enjoy this concept hot take? If you guys did, please let me know in the comments down below. If you guys have any more hot takes for me, let me know also in the comments. Hopefully you guys had a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.